Okay, guys, so today in this course section of our course, we're going to be talking about confirmations. So this is something that's really important to successful trades, is confirming your trades and having the correct confirmations all line up together. And every time your trade has all your confirmations hit, you know it's going to be a very good trade, a very confident trade, and it's something that will help you a lot. So before we begin here, we're just going to look at this list of confirmations that I use for my specific strategy. Everyone's strategy is going to have something different, but if you are going to trade my exact same strategy, these are the confirmations I use, and I'm going to show you how to use them today. Okay, so first thing I do want to hop on the chart. When I see a trade that looks good that I want to take, I want to confirm and make sure they are true or valid highs and lows. So let's say this is like a lower high that I want to price to break and cross. I will confirm that it is a valid high. So how do I do that? I go to the MACD here and I mark out from this green to this green, and I pick the highest spot in the section, which would be this candle wick right here. So that confirms with me that this is a valid area, a valid lower high. So once I've confirmed that, I will move on to the next confirmation, which is usually a high time frame confirm or confirmation. So if I'm on the 15-minute, I jump to the 4-hour and I make sure that we are heading in a buy direction. If I'm looking to buy, I want to make sure on the 4-hour as well that we are in a buy. And when I hop to the 4-hour, I can see that we are clearly in an uptrend. We've been constantly breaking new highs and making new lows. And we haven't broken this higher low here yet. So I know we're still in an uptrend, so we are good to look for a buy here. Okay, so now after that confirmation is met, the next thing I look for is a 1-hour close confirmation. So this is when I'm actually waiting for price to break this new lower high here that is formed. I will wait on the hour for price to close above it. So I will not wait on the 15-minute to see price close. I want to see a hour price close. And the reason being is because, as you can see, if you go back and look at price history, sometimes on the 15-minute it will close above the area you want broken and then immediately go back down and then head in the opposite direction you want to. But I've noticed the difference is on the hour, when the candle closes on the hour above our structure, that's the only time the trades actually go through with their trade, or the trade actually plays out the way it's supposed to. So basically, after I watch the charts for a bit, I want to make sure that I see a nice proper close above structure. So here we go. We see a nice close on the 3 o'clock bar. So now this confirms with me, okay, I can start looking for buys now. So far we have 3 confirmations met. We have true highs and lows, high time frame confirm, and the hour close. Now another confirmation I'll look for before I actually get into a trade is divergence. So we talked about this in the course earlier, and we're going to cover it again here. So this is a divergence right here, because as you see from the low to the low, we're going down. But on the low to the low here, on the indicator, on the MACD indicator, we have the low to the low going higher. So it is opposing lines, which indicates divergence, which tells us that this trade is likely to have a good play, and that the trade will play out well. So after I confirm that on the divergence, next thing I do is I look for order block and liquidity, and that is another confirmation that we must confirm. This is less of a confirmation and more of a spot to look for to enter, but I still like to confirm our spots that we are looking to enter. So I covered order blocks earlier. Actually, I have not covered order blocks yet, but I am going to cover it in this section of the advanced course. We're going to go over that soon, but basically I'm going to look for 2 things: an order block, and I'm going to look for an area of liquidity. So as you can see right here, there's lots of wicks going on. So this is my area that I'm going to look to enter, and that confirms with me a nice price where I want to enter. Okay, following that, Directly after I look for order blocks and liquidity. These are all my confirmations. They're all met, and now I can enter the trade. We're going to get to continuation divergence in a second, but this is actually once you're in the trade. But anyways, so I will look to place my my buy limit right there. Put my stop a nice away from liquidity. Let's say we did 9 pips here. And I would put my targets to where I think price will go to. So let's say I just want to take profit at the very top here at this resistance or supply and demand zone. I will look to capture a nice almost 5 risk to reward out of this trade. So once I do that, now I confirm and I wait for price to enter in. Okay, now we are in the trade. And now once we are in the trade, that is where I look for continuation divergence, just to give me that extra confirmation or that extra confidence that price is actually going to head in the direction I would like it to. So now what I do is I mark from the low to the low. As you can see, it's going higher. And then I mark from the low to the low, and as you can see, it's going lower. So this tells me that price is likely to continue in its intended direction, which is up. So this is bullish continuation divergence. Okay, so now I'm really confident in this trade, and I know I can just sit back and let it play out. Sometimes you may see something like this, which is a nice little engulfing candle. This green candle closed above this whole red candle here. So that is also another good confirmation for me. So now I can sit back and just let the trade play out, and boom, price goes straight into our take profit. Yeah, and that is everything I do to confirm. I'm going to show you guys one more trade, and we will apply all the same rules here. Okay, so we are in this downtrend here on GBP, JPY. First thing I do, I make sure we're in a little downtrend here, and I'm going to confirm this lower high that I see here. So how do I confirm the lower high? I look to the MACD and I mark out both of these points here, and I see, okay, this is a valid higher or lower high because it is within our MACD range and it is green. So cool, confirm that. Next thing I do, jump to the higher time frame. I go to the 4-hour and confirm that we're in an uptrend. Okay, we are in an uptrend here because we broke this most recent lower high, that we were in a downtrend here. And then we broke this lower high, confirming that we are going to start heading up. So now here, I know that price is probably just pulling back into some 4-hour liquidity and going to go up. So that's cool. That confirms with me. I go to the 15-minute. And now that I'm on the 15-minute, I know that I want price to break this lower high here, but right? And the next thing I do is I will also look for divergence. So we mark the low to the low. We see it's going down. And then we go to the indicator and we mark the very highest point to the very lowest point. And we have a little bit of a divergence going on because this candle is higher than this candle. So it's going down. This is going, or sorry, this one's going up. This one's going down. Divergence. Okay, so we know we're going to, that's an extra confirmation for us that we're going to start to turn bullish here. Okay, next thing I do, I jump to the hour and I want to see a close above our structure. So, okay, here we go. We see, 3 candles that closed above our structure. Now we are good. Now I'm going to look for liquidity. Okay, so here we have our order block here. And we have some liquidity going on here. Okay, cool. So this is our area where I want to enter. I'll probably choose somewhere in between. This nice little medium ground here. Okay, and then I'll keep my stop loss, a decent amount below these liquidity areas that I want to cover. And let's say I want to take profit at this kind of supply and demand zone here. Okay, cool. So it's a nice little risk, 1 to 4 risk to reward. And now I'll wait for price to come back in. Cool, we have a touch into our zone. And we also have a nice little engulfing green candle here, engulfing this red candle. Okay, now I can sit back, relax, and let the trade play out. Cool, cool, cool. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, another thing that's going on here too is we have a nice little low to low here going up. and then a low to low here going down. So this is also continuation divergence. So I know that price will continue to go up. So now I just sit back, boom. Price hits my take profit. Easy, easy, easy. And I hit all my confirmations. Nice and easy. And yeah, that's going to be it for confirmations.